I mean, like gorgeous, like stunning.
When a Hollywood star is facing bad press, they hire a PR firm. But when Blake Lively got into trouble, she hired an ex-CIA agent. Why? Something isn't adding up. In the middle of one of Hollywood's biggest legal battles, Blake Lively did something that has left everyone in shock. Instead of hiring a typical Hollywood PR firm, she brought in a former CIA deputy chief of staff. His name is Nick Shapiro, a man who once worked for the Obama administration, specializing in national security and crisis control. He's handled high-stakes political disasters, national intelligence operations, and media scandals on a global scale. But why is someone with government-level expertise now working on a Hollywood lawsuit? And that's not even the most suspicious part, because some sources are now saying this PR move isn't just about Justin Baldoni, but about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and Blake Lively have been best friends for years. So why has Taylor suddenly gone radio silent? For almost a decade, Taylor Swift and Blake Lively have been inseparable. From vacations in Australia to supporting each other's careers, these two seemed like Hollywood's strongest friendship. Taylor even featured Blake and Ryan's kids' names in one of her albums. But now, Taylor isn't saying a word. Fans have noticed she's been avoiding any mention of Lively, staying quiet about the lawsuit, and even distancing herself from Reynolds. No Instagram posts, no public support, not even a simple like on Blake's photos. So what changed? Could it be that Taylor knows something? Some insiders believe that Swift might have key information that could blow this entire case wide open. And if that's true, we need to talk about what might be hiding in her private messages. Legal insiders say Taylor Swift's text messages could change everything in this lawsuit. According to legal sources, Swift's private messages could contain crucial details about what really happened behind the scenes. These aren't just casual texts between friends. Some believe they could be direct evidence of Hollywood's power plays, career sabotage, and manipulated narratives. Reports suggest that Lively and Reynolds were involved in blacklisting Justin Baldoni, making sure he was cut off from Hollywood opportunities. But here's where it gets even worse. Some claim Taylor knew about it. If Swift had knowledge of what was happening to Baldoni but chose to stay silent, it could raise serious ethical questions. Was she simply an observer, or was she pressured to go along with it? And if she did speak out in private, does that mean her messages could prove that Lively and Reynolds were orchestrating a Hollywood cover-up? There are rumors that Swift may have exchanged messages discussing Hollywood blacklists and which actors are being targeted, public relations strategies to control the public narrative, conversations about who should and shouldn't be cast in major films, advice from Lively on how to handle bad press and control media perception, discussions on Justin Baldoni's reputation and whether he should be phased out of the industry. If any of this is true, it could mean that Swift's texts are some of the most damaging pieces of evidence in this lawsuit. This is why Lively's legal team is fighting desperately to keep certain messages out of court. They've used every legal trick in the book to argue that the texts are irrelevant or private communications. But if that were true, why go to such extreme lengths to suppress them? And that brings us to the biggest question of all. Just how far would Blake and Ryan go to keep these texts hidden? Well, some people believe much further than anyone expected. Here's where things get really crazy, because some sources claim Lively and Reynolds allegedly hired intelligence-level crisis managers to keep Swift quiet. Now, let's be clear, there is no hard evidence that Taylor Swift was directly targeted by ex-CIA operatives. But the rumors, they won't stop growing. The idea that a Hollywood legal battle could escalate to a government-level operation might sound extreme, but when you follow the money and the connections, things start to look a lot more suspicious. The theory goes like this: Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were terrified that Taylor's text could destroy their case. If those messages contained damaging proof that Lively was involved in blacklisting Justin Baldoni, it wouldn't just mean a legal loss, it could mean the end of their spotless Hollywood image. Reynolds has built a billion-dollar brand with his movies, business ventures, and charm. Lively is seen as Hollywood royalty with a career spanning decades. If they were exposed as manipulative power players, their influence in the industry could crumble overnight. So what do you do when your reputation, your fortune, and your entire public persona are on the line? You bring in the best damage control money can buy. That's where Nick Shapiro enters the picture. Shapiro isn't just any PR strategist. He's a former CIA deputy chief of staff. someone with expertise in crisis management, media spin, and high-level damage control. He's worked under President Obama, handled national security issues, and managed some of the biggest political scandals of the past decade. And now, he's working for Blake Lively. The question is, why? If this lawsuit was just about clearing Blake's name, why bring in someone with government-level expertise? Wouldn't a regular Hollywood PR firm be enough? Plus, the real job isn't about protecting her legal case, but about controlling the fallout and making sure key players stay silent. Insiders believe Swift may have been pressured to stay quiet. Could she have been warned that speaking out would put her own career at risk? Hollywood is built on alliances, and the wrong move could cost anyone their standing in the industry, even someone as powerful as Taylor Swift. And let's not forget, Hollywood has a long history of using intelligence-style tactics to protect powerful people. Major scandals have been covered up, rewritten, and spun into completely different narratives. If Lively and Reynolds had the means and the influence to bury the truth, why wouldn't they? But what exactly were they trying to hide? Let's talk about the blacklisting scandal that could change everything. Could this lawsuit expose Hollywood's dirty secret? How powerful stars can end careers behind the scenes? Justin Baldoni isn't just suing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. He's accusing them of ruining his career. He claims that after a fallout with Lively, suddenly his phone stopped ringing. Projects he was set to star in were mysteriously canceled. Major studios refused to work with him. Baldoni was once seen as one of Hollywood's rising stars, praised for his work both in front of and behind the camera. But after his alleged dispute with Lively, it was as if his entire career was put on ice. Was it just a coincidence? Or was there a deliberate effort to push him out of the industry? Hollywood insiders have long whispered about powerful stars manipulating casting decisions, blacklisting those who cross them, and using their connections to control the industry. If Taylor Swift's messages confirmed that Lively and Reynolds were making calls behind the scenes, this could be damning proof of industry-wide corruption. And if this case blows up, it won't just be about Hollywood careers. It could cost Blake and Ryan everything. Their reputations, their brand deals, their entire legacy could be on the line. If the public turns against them, it could mean the biggest downfall Hollywood has seen in years. The question is, just how deep does this scandal go? If these allegations turn out to be true, this could be the end of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' carefully built reputation. Lively and Reynolds have spent years crafting the perfect image. The funny, lovable Hollywood power couple that fans adore. They're known for their playful social media banter, their glamorous red carpet appearances, and their carefully curated wholesome brand. But what happens if they're exposed as master manipulators behind the scenes? What happens if their perfect PR machine collapses, revealing a side of them that the public was never supposed to see? If they lose this lawsuit, they could owe hundreds of millions of dollars, a financial hit that could destroy their empire. Lively and Reynolds aren't just actors, they've built major business ventures, from Reynolds' stake in Mint Mobile to their various endorsement deals. A tarnished reputation could lead to lost contracts, severed partnerships, and a complete career downfall. If Taylor's texts go public, their credibility could be shattered forever. The court of public opinion is ruthless, and if fans believe that they lied, manipulated, or blacklisted someone's career, no amount of PR spin may be enough to fix it. Hollywood has turned its back on stars before. Could Blake and Ryan be next? And if Swift is forced to testify against them, it's game over. Taylor Swift isn't just any celebrity, she's one of the most powerful women in entertainment. If she confirms these allegations under oath, there's no coming back from that. But that brings us to the most heartbreaking question of all. If Taylor Swift knows the truth but chooses to stay quiet, could it mean the end of her friendship with Blake? Hollywood friendships aren't always what they seem. Lively and Swift have been inseparable for years, publicly supporting each other, vacationing together, and even featuring in each other's projects. But now, things are different. Swift's silence on the lawsuit has been deafening, and fans can't help but wonder, is she protecting Blake or protecting herself? If Swift distances herself from Lively, it could signal that she knows more than she's letting on. After all, Swift has built a brand on female empowerment and standing up for what's right. If she suddenly walks away from this friendship, it might be because she doesn't want to be associated with what's coming next. But what if Swift chooses loyalty over truth? If she takes the stand and defends Blake, she risks her own credibility being questioned. Would Swift be willing to risk her brand, her reputation, and even her fan base for this friendship? This isn't just a legal battle anymore. This is a test of trust, power, and loyalty. But here's the real question. Would you expose your best friend if it meant telling the truth? Taylor Swift is now in an impossible situation. If she speaks up, she could ruin a years-long friendship and become entangled in a scandal that could shake Hollywood to its core. But if she stays quiet, she might be protecting someone who destroyed another person's career. Either way, her reputation, her values, and her friendships are all on the line. And let's not forget, the world is watching. No matter what Swift chooses, this case could change the way we see Hollywood power, loyalty, and the truth itself. So now I want to hear from you. If you had proof that your best friend did something wrong, would you expose them or protect them no matter what? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe, because this scandal is far from over.